We'd like to welcome you to this big-time matchup here today as the Divisional playoffs continue with a matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. As we take a look at the bracket in the AFC, the winner of this game will face the winner of our final game of the day, and that will be between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Cannot wait for that one. But first, we have the 3 seed taking on the 2 seed. And the game is officially underway between the Ravens and the Chargers. First time these two teams are playing each other this season. The Chargers will get the ball first at their own 34-yard line to kick off this game. First down for the Chargers, and they will look to throw on the first play. It is complete, and he will get 9 yards. Los Angeles Chargers had a record of 8-2 in the regular season. They won the AFC West. And, one of the best teams, obviously, in Retro Bowl. They are the slight favorites in this game, but obviously Baltimore. Definitely a team you definitely do not want to play. Second down and inches now for the Chargers, as this pass will be completed for the first down into Ravens territory and a pickup of 16 yards. A good chunk yardage play so far early in this one for the Chargers, as you see great protection from the offensive line. Able to get rid of that football and find an open guy for the first down. They're at the 41-yard line. They will run the ball. That will go for 3 yards. Yeah, nice run right there. See how much of the running game we see from the Chargers in this game. Second down and 7. Pressure's coming, gets rid of it over the middle. It is complete for the first down and a pickup of 17 yards to about the 20-yard line. Yeah, the Chargers doing a great job so far throwing the football. There's a wide open receiver right there. I'd like to see the Ravens defense be better over the middle. But a first down nonetheless for the Los Angeles Chargers. They're at the 20-yard line. First down. He throws to the left side of the field. It is complete and running down the sideline, and he's out of bounds. Yeah, he was tiptoeing down the sideline, wasn't he? You see, he just steps out of bounds right there, unfortunately, before he could get the first down. Second and inches. Here is the toss, and he will barely get the first down. A nice open field tackle right there. Kind of seen a trend so far in these playoffs where, a lot of teams cannot run the ball very well. But definitely a lot of good passing. So it's kind of interesting that we've seen that so far this postseason. First and goal. The pass is complete for the touchdown. And the Chargers drive down the field and score on the opening drive. Yeah, we've also seen a lot of opening drive touchdowns in the playoffs in Retro Bowl this season. Here's another one right here. Wide open receiver right there. Easy touchdown, and the Chargers strike first in this one. Extra point is good, so the Chargers off to an early 7-0 lead here against the Baltimore Ravens. See what the Ravens can now do offensively. They finished the regular season with a 7-3 record. The only blowout game last week in the wildcard round was the Ravens-Steelers game. That game was close in the first half, and then the Ravens pulled away. In the second half, what a run this is. Now we'll go for 8 yards. How about the running back for Baltimore off to a hot start? Yeah, you can see he was outrunning a bunch of defenders. He went untouched all the way until he got tackled right there. Second down and 2. They're going to run the ball once again. And here's a first down, and he is still going past midfield and a 14-yard gain. We're just talking about how there hasn't really been a lot of big runs this postseason. Well, Ravens running back has something to say about that. Yeah, 2 big runs to start the game. Ravens running back off to a good start already in the Chargers territory. Ravens will throw it for the first time in this game. The pressure's coming, gets rid of it, and it's complete. Tackled right away for an 8-yard gain. The Chargers blitzing on this play. Quarterback doesn't have a lot of time to find a receiver, but he does. Dangerous throw, a bunch of bodies right there. Able to connect though. Second down and 2. Nice open field tackle that time at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a third down situation here for the Ravens. Yeah, Chargers doing a much better job stopping the running back on that play. 3rd down and 2 for the Ravens. And he is wide open over the middle inside the 20. And it's going to be 1st down. Yeah, he's just wide open. The Chargers did a horrible job covering the middle of the field. There's no one within, 10 yards of him, it feels like. Maybe 5 yards, I'll be nicer, but bad coverage by the Chargers defense right here. Expecting this to be a high-scoring game so far. It has been a high-scoring game. 1st down. He is wide open inside the 10. And he will take it to the 5-yard line. That's going to set up 1st and goal for the Ravens. Another big offensive play right here. As the Chargers once again leave a wide open receiver. They got to be better defensively here. Or else their offense is just going to force so much pressure on the offense if the Chargers keep allowing big plays like that. 1st and goal towards the end zone. Broken up. Incomplete. Just as I thought, the Charger defender right here makes a nice play on the football, able to break it up, prevent the Raven receiver from catching the ball in the end zone. Nice defensive play right there. That's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Interesting game so far. The Chargers up 7-0. And we start the 2nd quarter with a 2nd down and goal for the Ravens at the 5-yard line. They're looking end zone. They're throwing end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown. And the Ravens get on the board. Once again, great protection from the offensive line. All the pressure does come from the bottom of your screen. Able to find a receiver to afford a touchdown. And the Ravens an extra point away from tying the game. Good start for both offenses in this game. Extra point is good. So the Ravens do tie the game at 7. Winner advances to the AFC Championship game. Chargers with their 2nd possession of the game at their own 34-yard line. 1st down. Quick pass to the right side. Broken up. Incomplete. Nice job by the defender right there. Saying, not on my watch. You're not catching that football. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. They do a similar play call, but this time it works as it's a 1st down to the 45-yard line. Yeah, I'm not sure the Ravens were expecting the Chargers to essentially run the exact same play call, but they do, and a 1st down for the Chargers. He waits, he throws, it is complete into Ravens territory. It's a 1st down, and a pickup of 12 yards to about the 42-yard line. Chargers trying to once again score like they did on their last drive to make sure the Ravens don't have a chance to take the lead when they touch the ball next. 1st down. He waits. He's got lots of time, and he is wide open inside the 30. Still going, and finally brought down a gain of 18 yards inside the 25-yard line. Oh boy, the Ravens were so close to getting to the quarterback. But unfortunately, from a Ravens perspective, Chargers quarterback gets rid of the football and finds a wide open receiver for the 1st down. The Chargers are knocking on the door. Pressure's coming. Gets rid of it. And it's complete. He gets a nice block. Still going inside the 10. To the 5. To the end zone. Touchdown. And the Chargers retake the lead. They certainly do. Ravens bringing the house. 3 guys blitzing the quarterback. Quarterback does a good job handling the pressure. How about the yards after the catch right there? Receiver takes us to the house. And the Chargers recapture the lead. It's been an entertaining game so far here in the divisional round. Extra point is good, so it's now 14-7 in favor of the Chargers. Ravens will now get the ball. Pretty good field position here at their own 40-yard line. 1st down for the Ravens. Pressure. Has to get rid of it. Incomplete. Yeah, great job right there by the Chargers pass rush. Just able to get through the offensive line right there. Forces the throwaway right there. So it's now 2nd and 10. Pressure once again. He fires. It's complete, but only getting 7 yards as there was no yards after the catch on that play. Yeah, Charger defender able to make the tackle right away. So it's going to be a 3rd down situation here for the Ravens. Third down and 3. They need to get to midfield for the first down. He fires, and it's complete for the first down past the 40, and a pickup 16 yards to keep the drive alive. Yeah, it certainly does. Big play for the Ravens as they avoid going 3 and out. They try to tie this game. The Ravens also do get the ball to start the second half, so they have a chance here to double up. The run knew where to go as the Chargers stuff him in the backfield. Yeah, I mean, Chargers knew exactly where that play was going. They read that play like a book. Ravens lose 2 yards right there. Second down and 12. Ravens running back was off to a hot start, but has struggled since as there's a first down inside the 25. Yeah, I expect the Ravens are going to pass the ball a lot the rest of the game. Nice play inside the 25. Ravens still have all 3 of their timeouts, so obviously the playbook is still wide open. Here comes the pressure, gets rid of it, and it's complete. He will take it to about the 10-yard line, and the Ravens will call their first timeout with 30 seconds to go as the Ravens are looking to tie the game. Yeah, I mean, the Chargers bringing pressure. Both teams doing a good job bringing pressure to the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks have done a good job getting rid of the football in a fairly quickly amount of time. First down for Baltimore. He waits, and he fires, and it's caught, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Big play for Baltimore before halftime. They find the end zone. You see the crossing route right there, just running right by the defender. He's in for the touchdown, and a big touchdown before halftime. And the Ravens might have a chance to take the lead on their opening drive in the second half. The extra point sails through the uprights. This game is all tied up at 14. It's been a very entertaining game so far here in the divisional round. 2 of the best teams all season long in the AFC. Now the Chargers only have 15 seconds left before halftime to try to come away with some points. As this pass over the middle is complete, still going to the 40-yard line with 4 seconds to go. Wow, what a play. Beautiful throw by the Chargers quarterback. The receiver splits the D right there. Now the Chargers will probably kick a field goal here and try to take the lead before halftime. It's going to be from 53 yards. See if the Chargers kicker can make this. It's a long one, and it is good! It hits the upright and just sneaks in. And the Chargers steal 3 points before halftime. What a kick. Oh my goodness. A big kick from 50 plus yards goes off the upright and just goes through the uprights. The Chargers with a big 3 points before halftime. Who knows? That could win them the game, but obviously still a ton of time in this big playoff battle. The halftime score, the Chargers 17, the Ravens 14. All right, we start the second half. It's been a very entertaining game so far. The Ravens getting the ball at their own 32-yard line as they will try to take their first lead of the game. First down. Here's the throw to the right side of the field, able to find an open receiver, and he's running down the sideline and to pick up a 15 yards to start the second half. Yeah, again, the Ravens. You know, in the first half last week against the Steelers, it was a pretty even game, but then they pulled away in the second half. We'll see if they're able to do something similar here. But again, this Chargers team, very difficult, so I honestly don't expect that to happen. I expect this to remain back and forth. And the Chargers get to the quarterback. Yeah, they certainly do. Big sack right there, back at the 41-yard line. Ravens quarterback unable to get rid of the football. Second down and 16 now as he fires over the middle, and it is complete, and he will get the first down. How about that play? On second down and 16, usually in those type of plays, you call play calls just to get about half the yardage back. But here they get all of it back. Nice play right there for the first down. They are now in Chargers territory. First down. Here's the quick pass, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by the Chargers! The first turnover of the game! Well, this is just a costly mistake, an inaccurate pass from the Ravens quarterback. I mean, this is definitely a favorable matchup. I mean, there's two receivers and one defender right there. But unfortunately, the Ravens quarterback just threw it right to the defender. Just a bad throw and a very costly interception from the Ravens quarterback. My goodness. And now the Chargers will have a chance to add on to their lead as they will run the ball. No gain on the play. It's the first turnover of the game. Yeah, that could come back to haunt Baltimore. See if the Ravens defense can step up big right here. Second down and 10. Pass over the middle is complete for the first down into Ravens territory, and he will pick up 13 yards. As the Chargers, again, they had a very tough game against Miami last week. Maybe the Chargers will be the team that pulls away in the second half. Yeah, but the Ravens were not going to go away without a fight, so obviously still lots of time in this game for a bunch of stuff to happen, like right there, you see? Yeah, there's a sack. Definitely a defensive play the Ravens would like. Second down and 16 now. As the Chargers look to throw, and it is complete, and he will get the first down, still going, and a pickup at 22 yards. How about that play from the Chargers to reset the downs? Yeah, now both teams converting on second down and 16. You saw the Ravens do it on their last drive. Chargers do it here. Good job to maneuver around the defender and pick up the first down. First down, here is the run. Going for 2 yards to the 30. And not surprising, the Chargers are starting to call conservative play calls. But I would like to see the Chargers still try to throw the football towards the end zone. Try to make this a two-possession game. Second and 8. He throws. It is complete inside the 20. It's a first down, and the Chargers are in the red zone. Under a minute to go now in this third quarter. And the Ravens still have a chance to get a stop here and keep this a one-possession game if they're able to force the Chargers to a field goal here. First down. Here is the run. That will go for 3 yards, but this clock continues to wind. Definitely not what the Ravens would like. No, that's why the Chargers are running the ball a lot more than they did in the first half, even though the running game, for the most part, has not been successful at all for the Los Angeles Chargers. Second and 7. He fires, and it is caught! And he will take it to the 1-inch line. First and goal for the Chargers. Wow, what a risky pass this was. As there was a Ravens defender right there, but able to connect with his receiver. Beautiful throw. What a catch. And a first down for the Chargers, as they're definitely knocking on the door right now. The run up the middle, and he losing a yard. Luckily, it wasn't a loss for more. I mean, the Ravens completely swarmed the running back on this play. A couple broken tackles, and it's only a loss for a yard right there. Second and goal for the Chargers. They look to throw. And he fires to the end zone. Incomplete. And the receiver unable to make the catch. My goodness, he was wide open. The pass is a little bit low, but definitely a catch that the receiver should make. That is a drop, and it's now third down. Final play of the third quarter, third down, and it is an easy touchdown. Wide open, and the Chargers add on to their lead. Yeah, he's wide open indeed. Easy touchdown, big touchdown. They cash in points off of the turnover, and they make it a 2-score lead. Extra point is good. The Chargers lead by 10. As we are now at the end of the third quarter, the Chargers trying to win and advance to the AFC Championship game. Well, the Ravens are now in desperation mode. They are down by 10 with only a quarter to go in this game. They need to score in a hurry to keep their season alive. First down for Baltimore. He's going to dump it off, and it's complete for the first down. And he will somehow get away. There he goes into Chargers territory. Still going inside the 30. Can they catch him to the 20? And all the way. Still going. He will score. And the play the Ravens needed. 68 yards. Oh, that is definitely the play the Ravens needed indeed. How about that one play? They take it the distance to get back into this game. And still a realistic amount of time to come back. And there's a bad tackle right there. And he takes it to the house. Big touchdown for Baltimore to stay alive in this game. How about that? What a response from the Baltimore offense. As the extra point is good. It's now a 3-point game. It's 24-21, but they are going to need a defensive stop. Luckily, there's still 2:18 to go. Yeah, and that does mean that the Ravens don't need to force a 3 and out, but they do need to stop the Chargers eventually. Chargers will start this drive with a run, and it's a nice run that will go for 6 yards. It's the biggest run of the game from the Chargers running back. Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, the Chargers running back really hasn't done much in this game. Nice to see him get going on that play. Chargers trying to seal the deal and advance to the AFC Championship game. 2nd and 4. Here is the toss. And he will break a tackle, but then only get 2 yards after that. Big third down coming up. Yeah, it certainly is. And a nice tackle made after that broken tackle. Be interesting to see what they do here from a play calling perspective. 3rd down and 2. They throw it. And it is caught for the first down. Big first down for the Chargers. And they keep their drive alive. Big first down indeed. The Ravens decide to bring pressure, probably expecting a run. But the Chargers throw it. And they get a big first down. They are now in Ravens territory. And only getting back to the line of scrimmage. Obviously, the Ravens' running defense has done an excellent job in this game. And they certainly have. See if they can stop them here. 2nd and 10. He almost got sacked, instead throws, and it's incomplete, and that will stop the clock. Yeah, nice job right there by the Ravens. No receivers open down the field. As you see right there, the defense right there for the Ravens doing an excellent job. Now it's a big 3rd down. Can't get any bigger than this. 3rd down and 10 for the Chargers. He throws to the right side. It is caught! And he got the first down! A big first down for the Chargers. And once again, they convert on 3rd down. How big can it get? Oh my goodness, a big first down once again for the Chargers. And my goodness, the 2nd time that they converted on 3rd down. Ravens cannot believe it. Now we are now under a minute to go in this divisional battle. Picking up a yard. Again, you cannot call timeouts defensively in Retro Bowl. 2nd and 9. They will run it again, but once again the Ravens do a nice job stopping the run. It's going to be 3rd down once again. The Chargers have already converted twice on 3rd down. Can they do it again? 3rd down and 9. The pressure's coming, and he's taken down for the sack. Back at the 40. And we've already seen the Chargers kicker make a long field goal, but my goodness, this is going to be a long one. It's going to be a pretty similar distance. Assuming they don't go for it, which they won't. It's going to be a 53-yard field goal for the Chargers. The kick is up, and it is good. Another long kick from the Chargers kicker, but it does keep it at a one-possession game. It's still a one-possession game, but still a huge kick from the kicker, just from a field position standpoint. Because if that kick was missed, I mean, the Ravens would have had a chance to kick a field goal and force overtime with excellent field position. They are still going to get pretty good field position, but now they do need a touchdown, and there's only 19 seconds to go. Ravens are going to need a miracle. 1st down. He fires over the middle, and it is complete. They called their first timeout with 12 seconds to go. There's probably time for either 2 or 3 plays for the Ravens. Obviously, they have 2 timeouts, so they can throw the ball anywhere they want. 12 seconds to go, first down. He fires, and it's incomplete. Now there's only 7 seconds. Jeez, that's not what you wanted if you're the Ravens. I don't know if you have time for another play before you have to go Hail Mary. It's going to be interesting. They got to get rid of this football very quickly. Go, 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 go. Incomplete. And now it's going to come down to this final play right here. Yeah, they got to look to the end zone now. The key to Hail Mary situations is you have to have great protection from the offensive line to give time for the receivers to get down the field. Third down, pressure's coming. And he gets rid of it, and it's incomplete! And that's the ball game! The Chargers are moving on, and they're going to the AFC Championship game. What a play. How about the Chargers completely shutting down the Ravens right there? Their defense did such an excellent job in the second half. And they are going to the AFC Championship game, the Los Angeles Chargers. Gotta give them a huge congratulations. I mean, if you remember, back in Week 8, they had a devastating loss in overtime to the Tennessee Titans. But since then, I mean, other than that, they've really played well all season long, including defeating the Chiefs in Week 9. They could face the Chiefs again in the AFC Championship game. It will depend on the Chiefs-Bills game. For the most part, it actually wasn't that high scoring of a game. I mean, other than the second quarter, pretty defensive. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot of missed tackles in this game. Not a lot of yards after the catch. So you gotta give credit to both these defenses. So the Chargers will await the winner of the Chiefs-Bills game. That game coming up later today. Cannot wait for that one. But here, the Chargers are moving on. We thank you for watching. They defeat the Baltimore Ravens by a score of 27-21.